first and 10. Valentine. That's caught by Jackson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. Valentine. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Looking to throw. Valentine. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down.
Check it back, check it back.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. Here's the Jets punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game.
I'm going to break it.
I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
Got it? Right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it. Check. Topper! Hey, Haywood! Hit it.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quentin Williams breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now, after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. James. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Hey. We want it. Come to my world. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Time to go.
Hey!
Motion, 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 motion.
Look at me, zipper!
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a...
Get it!
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Ready?
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. On the ground, it's James. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. That's a strong safety making a strong, hard tackle.
And we know his coach. Doesn't smile a whole lot, does he? How about that grin right there, ear to ear after that play?
12 yards on the return that time. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Meanwhile, on the NFL scoreboard, a game going on in Chicago. It's the Lions that have grabbed the early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101.
Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Gets around him. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Ready up.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll drop the throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down.
Single receiver, single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
Now back to throw. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and run for it. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Strip that ball.
Operating from the gun, Valentine. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Jets will extend their lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
First down and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 2nd and 9 now. He finds his man Johnson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards, a first down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready, set.
35. Here we go. Man left, man left. 4 down, 4 down. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hit it.
On first down, James. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll set up a throw. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 37.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10.
Get it.
They'll run on first down. It's James, and he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's a 2nd and 7. This is the tight end, Njoku. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 22-yard line. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Ready.
They'll set up to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
2nd and 15. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. They'll look to throw here. Going to throw deep for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Flushed it, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Slam.
Now a give, right side. Donnelly. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. 79 yards. And the Jets will extend their lead. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
The loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
On the Army. Check 31. Check 31.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And an alley to run. It's a foot race. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A big play there. 76 yards. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Looking deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check 24. Watch 24.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll have a first down past the 40. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jets will extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
15 yards through the air and a first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 18 Gator.
58 right there. I got you. I got you.
Sit up.
58's the money. 58's the money.
Fight.
So the false start will back them up 5. Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
Ready.
The false start backs him up 5. First and 15.
Go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. In for the score. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit. Now the try here for the point after. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
A gain of 9 brings up second and 1 at the 34-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with second and a yard.
Alert 3. He's checking. He's checking.
Second and 1. Dancing to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's third and 1.
Here we go. Here we go.
Back to throw. Valentine. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And, Charles, they only needed a yard there. They try to pass the football. What do you think?
Well, I can't really go all out and kill them for the call because that 3rd and 1 fake and throw it over the top for a big play, that often does work. But in this situation, the pressure got to him.
And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. As they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. That's taken on the 25. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Let's go now. 15, Ronnie. 15 line. 5.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Bravo.
35's the mic.
You get it.
2nd and 10. James has got it. Complete. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10.
35's the mic. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Looking to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Ready, go.
35's the mic. Watch the pass.
Ready.
2nd and long. And his throw here's incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
It's now 3rd down and 16.
Ready, break.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
35's the mic. What we got? What we got? What we got? Mike 35. Mike 35. Switch up. Switch up.
Deep grip. Deep grip.
He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Watch the run. Joker, 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 Joker. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Hey, Charlie.
Mike 36. Mike 36. Come on. Come on.
Let's go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, as they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here we go. Here we
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
High 7.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. I got him. 58. Come on.
Now a play fake here on first down. He sets to fire deep. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Watch the pass.
Hey, orbit. Now.
They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 39.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On the ready.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
34-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, seam 6.
2nd and 5. He's got Njoku over the middle. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 20-yard line. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Ready.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And this one is right through. And they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. On second down, Donnelly, and an alley to run. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 52 yards. So you got the lead here in the second half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here, you really like them.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it often.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Looking to throw. Valentine. It's caught by Jackson. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. As his guys are in for 6. And the Jets will extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. But that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point splits the uprights. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder, puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Well, that's 2 sacks in this game, so add that to the 4 from last week. I think that's 6.
Good math. Excellent math. And look, he's going to get all the attention. He deserves it. He got home and got the quarterback on the ground. But that's a concentrated team effort because you have a lot of guys who occupy blockers to allow him access to rush the passer.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
5.
Mike 35. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Hey, exit. Go.
Back to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it'll bring up third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Double time. 4 down.
Hey, Alpha.
Mike 35. You're not ready. 35's the mic. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball.
They'll look to throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. They bring their punter out there now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock.
And he coughed it up.
Let's go, fellas.
The offense retains possession.
Set up. 10 Lobo.
Coming. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Shoot.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball. Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked.
No.
Now.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Taking a shot here for Marsh. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Welcome back now here in London as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. A gain of 6 there on first. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
2nd and 4. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
35's the mic. Watch the slant.
Get it.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll find Hall. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the...
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll try the left side. Donnelly. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, but they'll be forced into a 3rd and 15 coming up.
Brings up 3rd down.
58, come on. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Off play action. Valentine rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let it go. He's got a man, complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence, because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Throwing on first down. Valentine. He's going to let it. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 37 yards.
First down, Jets.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the gun, Valentine. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
The Jets on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. They'll set up a throw. He's going to go up top for the end. And oh, it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get... the football back.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's James. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
And this offense on 3rd down today, as bad as you can be, 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only 1 timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. They were looking for Marshall that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Off the play fake. Valentine. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. Looks like he'll throw here. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. They were trying to go to Marshall that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That's caught by Jackson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't.
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. In for the score. And the Jets will extend their lead. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling, but inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Jets, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the home